we are ready for the next whole movement, which involve actually 5 movements. The first movement within this whole movement is called the bow and arrow, and it's a definition of the side plane that you already have learned in the suspensions. And then it has 4 releases of the spinal column. And the releases of there are 4 three-dimensional releases within the spinal column. And I'm going to do it for you, and then I'll give you the details. Now, the bow and arrow, the first movement, is done in count of 3. And then the other 4 movements, the side to side and forward and back release of the spine, is done in count of 4 by 4. Okay? So here we go. We complete the movement and moon. Remember, we ended the last full forward release and moon. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, moon. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In this movement, in the bow and arrow, it's very simple. You already have learned it. In the suspensions, it's the definition of the side plane. But in here, we are coordinating it with the descending ascending spring, so it becomes a little bit more refined. It also has many little details that I would like to assist you to perceive it, so when you practice, you can get the nuances of the movement. Remember that the nuances of the movement facilitate the descending spring through you, so you don't have to go down and up with your knees. So you are descending inside of a line of connection, which is the center of the whole body. So remember, we start in moon, you just moon, and then you have 3 counts to go around the crown in flowing wave foundation. So from here, 1, 2, 3. And now from the descending spring, one arm is opening through the riding wave, the other arm open through the releasing wave, and you're arriving to a bow and arrow. By the time I arrive to a bow and arrow, I have gone to the side plane of the 7 centers of the spine, and you can see that the bow is not at the same level of the horizontal plane as it was before. Remember right here, horizontal plane, you here are a little bit lower because I have gone into the diagonal, so I'm here. This is a little bit higher than expansion. And then here, the weight of the body has gone completely into one leg. I'm now in my right leg. My left is still on the floor, but remember that I started in symmetry. I started right here at the point of symmetry, and then 1, 2, and I arrived to the release of the weight. Now, from here, from the bow and arrow, something occurs that is very important. For the first time, we encounter the movement, which means that we're beginning to find out at what point in space this arm is going to enter to facilitate the descending spring to me. So from here, look, it's right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So almost for the first time, I begin to jump the movement, which means that I get to know by this level of the study at what point in space I'm going to match the movement, so the matching of the movement helps me in the descending spring, and it doesn't bring me to the edge of the movement. If I am in the edge of the movement, I have to go into the bones, the structure, and then the joints go a little bit in the edge. If I am in the center of the movement, all the joints are moving from the center, and then I'm elastical instead of linear in it, circularly and elastical. So I'm going to do the movement again. I'm going to do it 4 times. I want you to notice the transfer of weight, the opening of one arm into the riding of the wave and the other one into the releasing wave, the completion of the bow and arrow, and then the encounter of the movement to return to foundation before we repeat it again. So we do it 4 times, okay? 5, 5, 6, we go into the moon, 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, that's completion. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Before we do the bow and arrow again, I would like to, as you see, I'm in the chair again. I would like to do it one more time in the chair because I think that you already learned it in a suspension in the chair. But I wanted to tell you how important it is because if you learn it in the chair, you don't have to worry about your legs and the descending, ascending spring and the coordinations of the places in space that you need to touch to create the fluidity of the movement. You can just be in the learning process as your seated bones are in the center of 0 point, and then you can just pay attention to the, as I said, the riding wave and the releasing wave. So I'm going to do it in the chair now. So we're going to go 4 counts to go to the moon, and then we'll start and count to 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And I'm going to step for a moment here for a moment. I want you to notice something. Look, the diamond that is a little bit lower than the diamond that you practiced before, because now I'm asymmetrical, I'm in diagonal because I am in the side plane, and my arm is not in the horizontal plane, as you learned it before. Remember, the suspended diamond is the definition of the horizontal plane within your shoulder girdle, expressing the center of your chest and the release of the throat. That's the way you learn the third definition in the chair when you started the first section, suspended diamond. In the bow and arrow, you see the suspended diamond is a little bit lower because I am going toward the diagonal, and the diagonal demands from me a little bit lower in the diamond and a little bit higher in expansion. Now, the plane of the hand determines that the energy passes through. So right here, and now from here is the encountering of the movement to return. So the place that I'm going to go from here, my hand is going to go exactly here. You see, that's what it was, like maybe 1 foot distance from the expansion. So this is 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now we're in the next place, right here. If I stop for a few seconds, I can check it out. So you can see what happened if I am here, right? My neck, you see, closes. So that's the opening of it. And now, by this time, the sense in my mind will tell me I'm supposed to be right here to return inside of the spine to foundation. From here, then, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So it's important to practice just in the chair. And then, and here you can also see that when you go to the bow and arrow, 1, 2, 3, you can see that you are more in one hip, in one of your seated bones more than the other one, because I'm asymmetrical. Yeah? So this is a good practice. This connection is good because not only opens the chest, it also opens the hip, because you see I'm balanced in a different direction in the hip. I'm not in the center as I was in the suspended diamond. I am at the center of symmetry. I am in an asymmetrical connection more in one leg than the other one. This is important because it affects all the vertebrae of the spine, everything. So again, the details is that the suspended diamond is a little bit lower, expansion is a little bit higher than it were to be symmetrical. The weight of your body is more in one side of you than the other one because you are asymmetrical. then the encountering of the place, you will trust yourself, because you will notice that if you come too close, you will notice right away, because the shoulders, it will not feel good. Yeah? So the place that you're encountering, it will bring you back into symmetry. So the only thing that you may do in the practice, that you will be too close or not close enough, not to the center enough. If you go stay too much in the outer direction, then again you will notice, because there will be a place in the spine or a place in the center in your body that it will not feel good. At this level of the learning and the study for you, you will get to know, because your body will begin to speak to you. It will begin to show you, oh, you're closing the solar plexus, oh, your shoulder is going in instead of going through. You're not opening the neck. You are not passing through the floor. You will sense it. And believe me, that is the most exciting part of the study now, because this is the last section where you merge with it. And the reason you merge with it is because your body will begin to tell you where the place in the geometry correspond the movement, so your body can use the planes of space to be able to actually move inside of its own unity. Yeah? So I would like to do the movement one last time, just to see it. I'm going to go to the moon, I'm going to do the 4 movements, and then I'll do it standing so you can see it, how I work with it, ascending, descending, ascending springs. So 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to go to foundation, and then I'm going to open to the moon at 4 counts. 3, 4, and now we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the last one. 2, 3, 1, 2. And 2 is the expansion to begin the next movement. Okay? 1. A detail before we'll do the movement again standing. We'll continue in the chair, because I would like to tell you this. We have told you already in the practice of the suspensions that as we opening the bow and arrow, which is the definition of the side plane, you go through the 7 centers. So let's say, for example, you're in moon and you're descending in flowing wave, foundation, and now you begin the movement. And if in the beginning of the study, even though it's in 4 counts, take your time. Don't think about even 4. Just do whatever time it takes for you to coordinate that you're opening the movement through the through the riding wave, and the other one is the releasing wave, and then that you're opening through the 7 centers when you get to the side plane. And when you get to the side plane, it's good for a while to perceive where is the neck. The neck in the side plane is opening the side of the neck and the side of the shoulder. It's not twisted, because you will notice in the beginning that you may want to go like something, the neck wants to do something like rotate in its axis instead of really actually following the side plane of the form of the spine. So the side plane it's a mystery for us a little bit, because sometimes we think about the neck, if I thinking about stretching, I'm likely we think about 180 degrees. So I will think about, okay, the side stretch of my neck is 180 degrees. And when I do that, I really press together the edges of the vertebrae, and I fail to perceive the direction from which the vertebra comes into being, which is actually in the pelvic floor and in the sacrum. So each vertebra is a spiral with it. So remember that you need the side plane, because in the next movement you're going to do the spiral, which you already practiced. And the spiral, in order for there to be really actually centrifugal, to allow you to open through, you will have to really not go down upon the vertebra, but to extend it through the formation of the curves of the spine. So in the beginning, when you hear all this, it may seem complex, but remember that we are discovering something that is extraordinary. We are discovering the formation of the vertebrae and the curves within the spinal column, so that your mind not only remains here in your mind, but you begin to understand the form of the skeleton and the structure and the connections of muscles, so it develops a picture. When the mind begins to develop a picture of what is the motion inside of yourself, that is the union. Because then the mind concords with the actual muscles and the actual formation of the skeleton as it relates to three-dimensional space. So that's the difference between unity and motion and exercise. We are not exercising the body, we are discovering the skeleton, the muscles, the planes and space and the direction in order to allow the mind then not only to feel it, but also to have a pictorial picture of its own formation. So, yeah, wonderful. So we're going to do now, I'm going to do the last standing movement and then we'll do a standing. Starting 0.5, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, going to moon. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Side plane. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yay! Last time. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the moving complete and 2. Okay, now we're going to do the bow and arrow one more time. Assess 5, 6, 7, and 8. 4 counts to go to the moon. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.